Ron and Fez show here. Earl, I feel like it's 1994 again. I turn on the TV, and it's all OJ all the time. Trial of the Century 2 is coming up, and this has got to make you feel good about yourself, that OJ is back in the news. He's made the comeback that you've always wanted him to have. Here's what I like about this, too. Ron Goldman's family, Fred Goldman and the kids, they noticed on TV that OJ was wearing a Rolex watch, immediately put in that he has to turn the watch over to them. He's not supposed to have anything like that, so they want that watch.
Let the man live his life. I mean, he was acquitted by a jury, and he should be entitled to live his life. So.
No, he was not acquitted by the jury. All the money he makes belongs to the family of the innocent young man that he murdered, so he owes them that money.
And I understand that, though, but you can't, expect him to walk around in a bathroom with slippers. Let the man, wear clothing.
Let the man pay his fucking debts. He owes money to that family for murdering that innocent young man who was returning fucking glasses. There wasn't even any proof that he was doing anything other than returning glasses. That's what frustrates me to the day about people who are still defending OJ. You take this as them picking on OJ.
Oh, they're absolutely picking on OJ now because, I mean, this whole case reeks of a setup. It absolutely does.
Give me an example.
The fact that one of the victims just so conveniently taped the situation and sold that tape. That in and of itself.
The tape where OJ came in and nobody moved, nobody gets out of here.
One of the victims.
All that shit happened, right? You agree with that?
They're still verifying. I think it happened, but at the same time, like a victim, if you're a victim, you're not going to be videotaping.
Why not? If you would be, if you happen to be a scumbag, right? And everybody that OJ runs with, hangs with, dates, does business with, is a fucking scumbag. His entire life. He hasn't done anything to try to lift himself out of this place that he was. He hasn't done anything back for society. He runs around with dope heads and fucking easy money con men, running around from one fucking bad party to the next. And that's the scumbags that he was abusing. And that's the scumbags that he lives with, dates, deals with. His whole life is fucking scum.
I mean, but he wanted to get back on the network TV. He couldn't do it. He had a TV gig. He was with the network for years. He was the sideline reporter for NBC.
And then he murdered two people in cold blood. That's what he did. He murdered two people in cold blood.
Well, he was brought up on charges of murdering two people and found innocent. I mean, Marv Albert was accused of raping someone in
No, he
assault.
was not. He was accused of assault.
He was accused of assault.
He bounced back from that. The Goldman family's never going to get their son back.
I understand.
Never.
I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
I see that you're horrified by it. But here's the point. He owes them money, right?
Yes. He was found... He
guilty.
He lost the civil suit.
He was found guilty.
Entitled to pay damages, yes.
Yes. And he needs to do that. So you take that fucking watch off your scumbag fucking wrist and hand it over to those people. Anything you get, hand it over to those people. Now, this is a totally separate case. And you think the city of Las Vegas is in on this setup?
No, I don't think the city of Las Vegas is necessarily in it.
That's the fucking charges that are against them.
I mean, I can't even remember a case this big being in Vegas. Which is in and of itself odd, but I don't think there's a big conspiracy. Let's bust OJ in Vegas. It just happened to be that situation where he was in Las Vegas, and according to OJ, his stuff was ripped off, and he was getting it back
years before. And he may have been right. First of all, that's not his stuff. That stuff belongs to the Goldman family. His assets belong to the Goldman family. So he goes running in with a bunch of other fucking gangsters, waving guns around, shutting the door, saying nobody's leaving, and he's set up. This is not his fucking fault.
No, well,
that's what I don't understand, Earl.
Well, the situation where his possessions were out of his...
These are not his possessions. Those possessions belong to the Goldman family.
I understand that, but who to say he was like, hey, maybe I can auction this stuff off to pay off the Goldman family?
So you call the police and say, I know where there's stolen property. That's what you do. You don't go running in there like a fucking two-bit gangster in some kind of movie waving guns around. I'm fucking glad they got this animal again. I really am.
And I'm not saying what he did or allegedly did was right, but he's been in situations where he's called the cops on a legitimate...
He calls the cops constantly because he's hanging around with coked-up fucking whores and fucking scumbags. You haven't felt the need to call the cops as much as he has over the years. You know why? You run around with legitimate people. You're not running around like he is. He's a fucking piece of garbage. And this is between him and the prosecutor right now in Vegas, and I hope they fucking pin his ears back. I really do.
No, in the state of the... Again, there's so many sides of the story that I just feel like... I mean, and I'm not saying that anyone's like, saints or anything, including OJ, but there's something...
The murderer? You're saying the murderer is not a saint? The double murderer?
I mean, again, he was accused of double murder. And he was
I want you to sit here as a Christian to me, as a Baptist, and tell me whether you think OJ did it or not. In your heart.
In my heart, he did it, but I think he had help in doing it.
So what the fuck's that got to do with anything? Fucking pin him away, and then he let him say whoever helped him. If you read his book, he said he had help.
Yeah, but the way the case...
If I did it, the OJ story.
But the way the case was presented, they presented the case, he did it alone, he acted alone, he did these murders.
You know why? Because the one fucking guy who knew who wouldn't help him, who helped him, isn't talking. The prosecutors weren't there. OJ was. Hey, here's... let's go over here to Brad. Brad, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's happening? I got to tell you, Earl, you keep making excuses for OJ. Forget about the whole thing that's going on right now, but to sit there and say, well, he's walking around and he's got this Rolex on, and no, leave him alone. They're picking on him. Dude, federal case, okay, he's found innocent. Civil case, he's guilty. Fucking every penny this fucking guy gets, he should absolutely give to the Goldman family. And you're sitting there making these bullshit excuses. Leave him alone. Wow, they're picking on OJ. Listen to yourself. You're an idiot.
Thanks.
I gotta think OJ tries to take off again. The $125,000 bail that got him out of Vegas, it doesn't seem like it's, in the big scheme of things, that much for him to jump.
Where's he going to go, though?
Oh, yeah, he won't get away.
He's one of the most recognized people in the world. I think they're hoping that he tries to run.
Well, CNN, they had video of him on the plane. They're talking about what he's watched on the plane, if he napped. I mean, he is under constant surveillance. Where's he going to go?
Here is it's our buddy Stryker. Hey, Stryker, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, buddies. Hey, Earl, I have a cousin lives down there in the Miami area, and he's good friends with OJ. They go out to bars and nightclubs regularly, and my cousin's white. And I got to tell you, OJ is one seriously fucked up individual. The evil OJ comment that has come out about what he said on that audio tape, that's more common than people think it is. And, I mean, it's so much so, my first time my cousin brought OJ over to his house where my aunt got to meet him, all my aunt could say to the man was, get your fucking ass out of my house. You are the biggest scumbag in the world. And she said it wasn't even based on his history. It was just him. The way he carried himself, his demeanor, everything just made him, she said he was just creepy and scary looking.
And you know what? I had heard all those OJ stories years before. A certain bathing suit competition used to take place with people I know in Florida. OJ would come in and judge it every year. And there was a certain point where, all right, the party's over, we're putting the girls up to go to bed, because they were all like 18, 19-year-old girls, and they were being watched over. Fucking OJ comes back later, tries to break into the house at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I heard that fucking story in like 91. And they fucking brought security out. They couldn't hold him back. He was like a fucking madman. They said he looked like a fucking dog that was taking a fit. The look in his eyes scared the shit out of everybody. He's a goddamn animal. And I'm fucking glad they finally are pinning something on this son of a bitch. I wish they would have pinned shit on him every fucking day.
But even so, I mean, like, again, that's... I don't know how to explain this, but with they just seem to... I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy, obviously. but there just seems to be this like they're trying to pin anything on, like crossing the street.
This motherfucker has walked the streets now for 13 years. And look what he's done with his life over the last fucking 13 years. He's done nothing but run around from one scumbag situation to the next. Nobody has tried to pin shit on him. They should have. They should have been fucking planting dope on him. That would have made me fucking happy. Instead, they let him go. And how many times the cops showed up over there? He's not ended up back in jail. Finally, you go running into some fucking room with your fucking posse waving guns, and you're saying that no one can fucking leave the room. You're playing fucking cowboy, and he got busted. And now it's a setup?
But when you're completely ostracized to the point where you can't even make your case like, hey, I want to get legitimate work. It's like, hey, I want to do something normal with my life.
This motherfucker, what would you have him do? He's a double murderer. You want him to put him back on network TV? All you're going to see is a fucking double murderer on network TV. No one fucking believes that the guy's innocent.
Yeah,
you don't believe the guy's innocent.
I understand, but...
What do you want to happen, Earl?
Well, we're in with the courts. The court said otherwise.
That's why he's walking around. He's fucking free. That's why no one has fucking shot him on the street, because we don't take the fucking law in our own hands. He's free. Now, does he owe money to the Goldmans for killing their son? Yes, he does.
Yes, and
every fucking time you turn around, he's trying to fucking hide it. One of the things that comes up, he's got offshore accounts. He moved to Florida so he wouldn't have to pay. There was nothing about this guy that he looked like he did, you know what, I fucked up. Let me try to make it right. And look at all the people who fucking protected him. I don't see any of him supporting any of those people. I don't see him doing anything for Black America, the only people that stuck with him. Let's go over to... the host of the biggest sports, the producer of the biggest sports show in the country right now, Fez. From the Fan, it's Al Dukes. Hello, Albert.
Hey, Ron and Fez. Thanks for taking my call.
Are you a long-time listener?
Long-time listener, called a few times.
Okay.
Look, at this point, we can only hope that OJ...
Yes.
that OJ ends up killing himself. And Earl, all these OJ, he had help. The only blood at the scene was OJ and the two people whose heads he cut off. It was OJ. He killed two people, stupid Earl. There wasn't another person involved. Maybe a driver, perhaps.
Somebody hit his shit for him, but I don't think he had help killing them, no.
Right.
You're completely right about that.
Right. Only blood, Earl. The only blood. OJ and the two people he killed. Defend that, please.
Well, the time again. What the prosecutors, the timeline they set up. You mean to tell me that a guy with two arthritic knees could cover that So
you're saying he's innocent? You're saying he's an innocent man?
Oh, I'm saying he couldn't have covered that.
Who gives a fuck if someone helped him? We know he did it, correct?
Yes.
So what the fuck more do you want? Him to give somebody up?
And Earl,
then your problem should be with OJ again.
When your adrenaline is flowing, I bet his knees were not bugging him when he was busy killing two people because the adrenaline was flowing. I'm sure he could have ran home to Brentwood.
They only bug him when he's in cuffs.
And in the meantime, he had to use a weapon to kill a fucking waiter and a woman.
Right. Earl, would you let OJ date one of your women that you enjoy?
Or your sister? Would you feel comfortable with that?
No, I would not let OJ date one of my sisters.
Why? He's terrific. He's a terrific guy.
He's a great guy. He has the right to live his own life.
No, I'm not saying...
He has the right to live his own life. Who are you to stop him? And I know on the fucking news right now, this is just, comedy and fucking ratings for the news people. But I gotta tell you, just seeing that motherfucker infuriates me. Infuriates me.
And how about him wearing that stupid golfing hat with just the visor? Ugh, I hate that guy.
Ridiculous. I do too. I swear to God, Al, I hate that motherfucker. I honestly hate him.
If they say, we got to strap OJ to the electric chair, will you flip the switch? Yes.
I will flip it.
All right, there we have. We have Al Dukes from The Fan, who is willing to flip the switch, not just on him, but on most of the people they cover on that show. Now, where are Boomer and Carton on this? Are they with Earl or are they with you, Al?
No, they're with me. They're with most people. They agree that O.J. killed 2 people.
And, he's bringing up, like, oh, why isn't O.J. welcome back to network TV? They don't want to fucking be with him. You think Boomer wants to sit next to fucking O.J. and talk about last week's game? Or do you want to yell at him, you fucking killed 2 people, you piece of garbage? How would you ever talk sports with this fucking guy?
Right.
Because every time I would disagree with him, I'd call him a goddamn murderer. I can't believe it. I'm on Al Duke's side. I've never been here before. It's a strange place over here next to Al Duke's. All right, Al, I was on the O&A show today, so I know what it's like to be a calling guest. I know what it's like when you start to run out of material.
Yeah,
so I'm going to let you go.
Move on.
Any idea whether I'm booked back there tomorrow, Fez?
I haven't heard.
I've got other dirt on other comedians. I really feel like I did a solid job today to fucking Jay Moore. I think I'm rushing in the plug machine that he is. Well, I gave him a lesson today when Blowhard. Jay Moore'd him. Blowhard is the all-time I can talk over anybody guy. By the way, I was terrible on their show, too. I was talking over people. Very difficult to be on the phone.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Well, why make excuses? Why not just act like I want to be better at this? I don't want to live in your world, Fuzzy. I want to get better. And Earl, you and I, our friendship is over as of today. Number one, you haven't come through on your 25% rule. Number two, you're pro J. And that's just J restaurants and O.J. Simpson. And I applaud the disgusting, sleazy city of Las Vegas. I applaud you animals. And I'm glad you're doing this. I'm glad frontier justice is taking place. And I don't care if they just annoy the man for the next year. I am fucking sick of him and his disgusting murdering ways.
Yeah, he's got just under a month before he's got to show back up in a courtroom in Vegas.
And I agree with Albert with that stupid hat that he wears, that little brim. What do you call those things?
A visor?
A visor. Steve Spurrier wore one, too. They're fucking useless. It makes everyone look like they're in the goddamn Beach Boys. It's the stupidest look ever. What are you doing with a visor on? Dealing poker?
It's basically a baseball cap with no top on it.
Wait, why? What do you need it for? What's in your eyes? Get a pair of sunglasses. Like a gentleman. All right, Earl, I'm not going to let you go because we have other problem in the black community. And what I am for murder, this is my second time today to talk about serial rapist, now, serial murderer. I got Earl here, serial liar. Earl, I hate to make you in charge of all the African-American things, but you're the best we have.